Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and I just got done watching the 2.5 anniversary live stream for Nikke, and there's a lot of good stuff coming our way there, so I thought we'd kind of go through the list here. They've actually got it all broken down on Pridewin here, which I'll put a link in the description if anyone wants to read it. But there's a lot of stuff that they kind of announced there, and so I thought I'd just kind of look through it and kind of give my thoughts on it. So right here at the top, you have the kind of banner for it. The big thing is that 3 new characters are coming. One of them being the one we already kind of knew that they kind of hinted at, which was Siren or the Little Mermaid. Which where I'm currently at in the story, she was just briefly mentioned. I know she's more involved in some events and stuff, which I will hopefully get to this weekend, so I have all the context understood for when the update comes out. Because the other thing they also mentioned is that we are getting the next 2 chapters alongside it, so I'm definitely wanting to get caught up so I can accomplish that as well. And then right here they have the big mention, and this was already known fairly well. At least pretty much everyone was saying the Stellar Blade one was coming up, but they now have officially announced the Stellar Blade Nikke collab here, which will be coming in June. And seeing as this next update lasts from April through June, my guess is that Stellar Blade is going to be the next update. So this is going to be a tough one for me because I was wanting to pull quite heavily on this one since this is like my first big update for myself as I've just started playing Nikke. But one of the big things is collab units are once they basically come in and they're not coming back. And then we also have the limited summer units that will take an entire year before they come back. And so I'm actually in that situation where I think I just hold on to all of my pulls for the collab units. I have a crap ton of the standard banner tickets, and so when these new units come out, if I just let them fall into the standard banner, I can then just put them on the wish list and hopefully get them that way because I have a crap ton of those pulls that I can do. And then I'm going to save all of my limited tickets for the collab banner, and then after that, eventually the summer banner. One problem I currently have is I do not have gold mileage tickets, as I have not pulled heavily at this point. But after the collab and then summer, I should hopefully have plenty of gold mileage tickets for future pilgrims and that come out, so I can just pull them and I can just grab them immediately with that. So it's looking like I'm likely not going to do too much pulling on the next update. I will do the polls for the quest that looks like they'll have, because it does look like they're going to have rebates on there that I've seen some images for in the live stream. They were very quick on all of it. And so any rebate quests, I will do the polls for that. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to save up for this Stellar Blade collab. And one thing, too, is I will be playing Stellar Blade 2 once I finish Reverse Collapse for Girls Frontline. I think the next game that I'm going to play on stream outside of my gacha games is going to be Stellar Blade, just so I can be understanding the context for this collab as well. Then we got here some giveaways that they have that mentioned here. And then all the popularity poll results did come out. And, of course, I'm happy. The one that I was wanting to win, which was Rappy Red Hood, was the winner of the overall popular one, with Cinderella coming in second. And I can't remember all the other ones. Okay, here's the actual image with it. So, yeah. So, Rappy Red Hood won overall. So, she's going to get the new skin. Cinderella coming in number 2. Crown at number 3. Dorothy number 4. And Scarlet number 5. If I understand, Scarlet's always been high up there, but she's never been able to win. And it looks like that's going to be the case for now, too. I mean, and we're going to have new units coming out, so it's always going to be hard to get all the way up there and win. And Scarlet's actually splitting between basically two versions of herself now, so that doesn't help. But then we also have my favorite, my strongest one in the game at this point, which is Helm. And she actually was the one that moved up in ranking the most, from 19 all the way to 6. So I do like that. Do like her character overall, even though I haven't really seen her in the story or events at all yet. But did get to see that nice, when I got her favorite item, all that cutscenes for that. Got some codes and rewards here, which I'll go ahead and put these in this description as well if you just want to copy paste these in. Get a decent amount of vouchers and gems and all that there, so really nice there. We have the 25th anniversary rewards coming out here. We will be, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. It's kind of hard to see here. Maybe I can zoom it in a little bit. But let's see, advanced recruit vouchers times 80. So you're going to get 80 pulls on this event. And like I'm saying, if you're one of those people that's lower on pulls and you're like not a heavier spender, this may be your chance to kind of save up pulls for the collab, which I think is more important to save up for, because you can always get these other units on the standard banner. While it's not going to be easy, it is possible to get them there. It will not be possible to get the collab units in the future, almost certainly. So, nice amount of pulls that we're going to get right before that. We have Little Mermaid pickup recruitment opportunities times 21. Mahara bonding chain. So we have that overspec for Mahara coming out. And man, she has a great skin. Even though I might not be able to get her right off the bat, I mean, that skin looks good. It might be my first pull of her skin, depending on what she's looking like on her kit. If she's going to be someone I'm going to want to heavily use in the future. We have selection box from Kilo, Ray, or Mori. Times 3, it looks like there. And then a profile direct 2.5 profile decorations and other development materials. So that's great there. And here's kind of the update on like the breakdown of all the recruit stuff we'll be getting here. So you have the units for that will be in that selector. And then you get a ton of pulls. Like, holy crap. They have high rates and a ton of pulls. Now, I do understand in this game, getting dupes is kind of more important than you say for another game. So it's a dupe-heavy game. But with 4% rates and the amount of pulls they just throw at you in these anniversaries, it still feels great. I mean, because the characters, I have a lot of characters that only have one copy of, and they still feel really good, as long as you kind of build them up. New story event, Unbreakable Sphere. So this is, I believe, so it's a new event, and then we're also getting 2 new chapters that are coming out. I don't know where it announces it here. Well, I think it'll mention it somewhere, but they did say we're getting the next chapters 37 and 38 in the live stream as well. So this is, I think, part of the event, the island floating in the deep sea map, the new characters here, and so we have, she's the free one, Mori's a free one. And then you have Little Mermaid, which is going to be like the main unit. But then you have Mahara, the overspec of her. Skin looks really good on her. And then she has an even crazier one they're selling as well. The one that's going to be for sale. And then, let's see, is this just their banners here? Yeah. Pilgrim pickup recruitment. And then overspec pickup recruitment for her. So I'm going to guess it's going to be her first, then into Mahara there. And then we actually have the kits here. Now, it doesn't break down what the kits actually do, but it does say Little Mermaid is going to be a wind supporting unit. That is burst skill 1 with submachine gun. So I'm going to have to kind of make a follow-up video looking at these, kind of giving my thoughts on where I could place them in teams. Just remember, I'm still new to Nikke, and I'm learning all the different characters, just trying to slowly memorize what burst slots they take up and kind of the good combos of who works with who, and where these characters may slot into those. So it'll be my first look at characters and kind of my theory crafting on where I feel they will apply within the game. But I will be gladly take as much feedback as you want to give me in the comments on how wrong I am when I do that. But I will get better over time. But this will be my first ones I will go over once we actually get the numbers and stuff on them. Same thing with Mahira here, but she's an attacker, machine gun, fire element, and burst skill 3. So got some nice skills there. So it's an attacker Nikke who uses restraint change to attack the enemy non-stop. Enhances the accumulated... Oh yeah, I forgot to read it on hers. But hers is enhances attack capabilities of herself and allies and continuously attacks with bubbles. Hers is her burst skills enhances the accumulated restraint change, dealing increased sustained damage. So hers is like all about just straight up doing damage herself as a fire unit. Then you have Mori, who's the one we will all get for free. A wind assault rifle user who's a defender, burst skill 2. And so as a defender Nikke who protects her eyes by creating a shield. So she gives shields and taunts the enemies. And when her shield is broken, her survivability is enhanced, allowing her to create an even stronger shield. So a heavy shielding character there. We'll kind of see how that works. Now I'm really thinking, like, as you know with most gacha games, I'm really big into your support characters. I think they have the longest... they're always the ones that like survive power creep the longest, in my opinion, in these types of games, because usually they have like unique mechanics and they can work quite well even when you get power creep on the power side of your attacking unit. So Siren's almost certainly going to be a great unit, as well as Mori. And then we'll have to see how Mahira works out. Especially with the story as well, where it kind of left her off, at least where I'm at. I don't think there may be something in an event that I don't know about yet, but overall in the main story, I mean, hers was kind of not in a very good situation, but I'm guessing that's going to change with the next update. New costumes, and yeah, you have her costume coming up. I mean, hers looks really good there. But I mean, hers is the crazy one, Mihara's. Like, and then when you show the video on it, I don't even know if I could play that one. But she is showing that she really likes pain still. And then you got some more skins here, one for Cinderella and one for Grave. The Grave one looks great, so she actually doesn't look like actually looks a little bit more cleaned up in her look, and you get a full look at her face and hair in this one. Got a new mini game, the battle for territory between the Bubble Soldiers and Raptures. So a little mini game we'll be able to play, probably get some rewards out of that. Oh yeah, here's where it's mentioning the new chapters, chapters 37 and 38. And there's a video on it. And so the new heretic from the Four Beasts. And the little video they had on it, it looked like they were like eaten, or like her and Leviathan were attacking like an already taken out Nikke and trying to utilize it for something. So we'll kind of have to see what was that. It looked like it was rappy to me on the video, but we'll kind of have to see where that leads to. A new look to the outpost with the 2.5 anniversary theme. And then you have the new boss coming, Gluttony. It just looks like a big giant turd. But apparently the stats of it eats everything, and pretty much eats everything that it's run into, which is why it got the nickname Gluttony. And then you have basically a summary here. Surface content. So this is kind of some of the stuff they talked about with the developers here. Surface content is going to be a more casual game mode, where you're not going to have to rely on getting multiple dupes of characters and stuff to really min-max it. It has some exclusive battles and may have boss fights or small events. Expect delivery for this in Q3. So that's overall good. A nice little new game mode being added to it. I really like when they keep adding new stuff to the game. Now, there is always the negative, is as it gets more complex over time, it gets harder and harder for a new player to join in. But seeing it's going to be very casual, that's always never really generally an issue, especially for a new player. So overall, it looks great there. Lack of resources. They mentioned that there's a lack of resources. The way I came into it, I don't have too much of a lack right now, but I can see how I'm blowing through my resources really quickly. So being able to get more is always going to be good. Because, yeah, if I want to try and gear out all my people, it's like, holy crap. We're not getting that much coming in. And then they cute shifty face. And so that's they pretty much covered everything here. I can't think of anything that's missing from here. But overall, it looks really great. I mean, I really like how many pulls. I mean, this is one thing that people talk to me with, like, kind of talked me into getting. Not only is the story great, but the rates on the banners were insane, and the amount of pulls they give you is insane. And yeah, this game. One thing I'm really liking about Nikke, and I will be doing my first impression of the overall game after I complete the story, hopefully today. But that, I mean, just like one big thing I'm really liking on that is I think the rates and their whole gacha system and how it all works with the leveling and the grind of a gacha game is really, really good. It's still got that grind and stuff that people kind of get annoyed with, but I think it's done in a way that just feels good overall. I'd rather have the higher rates and you pull the characters and get them more often, and then having the dupes be more of a, I won't say a necessity, but be way more, you want to get them over time thing, like having to break the level 160 wall. So overall, I love the system. I love having the pulls that they get, the amount of pulls they give out, and it really benefits people that can have restraint on pulling, because like right now, if you can just hold on to all these pulls they're giving you and not be tempted to completely just throw everything at Siren and Mihara, you can then get your more limited units that'll come out with the collab and then the summer limited units, and then just save your standard pulls for when they go into the standard banner and try and get them through the wish list, which you'll eventually get them over time. It'll take a while, but you will eventually get them at some point, because the wish list system is freaking amazing as well. So overall, that was the 2.5 anniversary. So looking forward to that next week. But I will be back on here in a little bit, actually streaming to finish up the story. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like my content, if you like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.